is a small mustard seed and it's growing into a great tree. Thanks to YouTube. Because you know what? Prior to this, we were teaching. You know, there were brothers that were waking up, but not on the magnitude, if I could use that word, on the magnitude that they're being woken up today by the YouTube. You know? And brothers are waking up. You know, I mean, we never thought we'd see the day that would happen. You know, although we knew it would happen, you have brothers all over the world waking up.
Yeah, that's the prophecy. I remember, man, back when the apostles first were coming teaching us and everything, they told us, man, this thing is going to be big or whatever. You brothers are going to be teaching and stuff. Back then, we was like, nah, we just learning the truth. But then the Most High, through the Spirit, through YouTube, he done blew this thing open to now.
The YouTube, brother.
Yeah, the YouTube, you got camps all over the place, man. And that's heavy because, what's that, Matthew's, is the 28th chapter, 24th chapter, this Gospel of the Kingdom be preached.
Read it.
You got it? Matthew 24 and 13. Get that real quick, man. So, which, again, is proving the Bible to be the truth, man. Because everything that the Lord said was going to happen, everything that's written and recorded in the Bible is coming to pass. It's either came to pass, just like the brother went into the slavery, or it's coming to pass. Now you're seeing Israelites all over the place. And guess what? Esau ain't getting shook over you damn Kemetic niggas, man.
No, he laughs at you.
He laughs at you.
Like that clown, I'm going to get right back. Like that clown, Karis one, he said something about Africa. If you repeat this fact, they can't laugh at you. Man, whenever you talk about some goddamn Africa and the black man in this country being African, then crackers laugh at your ass.
They get hearty laughs, man.
Well, niggas will laugh too if they only go to the Bangs video.
Oh, man.
Go to YouTube and put in Bangs, man.
I take you shopping. Yeah, man, listen, man. After you see that, you ain't gonna want to have.
Ain't nothing coming out of Africa, man.
But
ain't nothing coming out of Africa but Bangs.
But Bangs.
That's my new statement. Ain't nothing coming out of Africa but Bangs.
And like the brother said, Ebola.
Well, that's coming out of West Africa, which is Jake, man. They want to destroy Jake.
Which, don't get it twisted. Yep.
The Michael Jackson didn't come out of Africa. All right.
Jordan.
Mike Tyson didn't come out of Africa. Michael Jordan. Kobe. Give me a Kobe. At least a Kobe sound African.
Mm-hmm. Muhammad Ali.
The only guy you had from Africa that really came out was really Manute Bol couldn't play. He was a tall Hamite, man.
Yeah, he was straight up
Hakeem
Hamite.
Olajuwon, which he's an Israelite. He's Nigerian, man.
Yep.
He's one of us. He's one of our people, man. The heavyweight champ, all the boxing. Mayweather should have came out of Africa, right? Right? If the Africans are more pure than us, untouched by the white man, all the singers, the dancers, the actors. Where's the Denzel? Denzel should have came out of Africa, right? Whitney Houston should have came out of Africa, man. All the inventions. Everything's coming out of North America by the black man in North America, which are the Israelites. There's a difference, man. The Most High put it for difference. You know what? That's right. And Israel.
As a little sidebar, if I may read this in this book, where Arthur Koestler. This is the last page. It says, it is perhaps symbolic that Abraham Poliak, a professor of history at Tel Aviv University and no doubt an Israeli patriot, made a major contribution to our knowledge of Jewry's Khazar ancestry, talking about you so-called Jews, undermining the legend of the chosen race. It may also be significant that the native Israeli Sabra represents physically and mentally the complete opposite of the typical Jew bred in the ghetto.
Yeah, and you know what? And I want since he's reading that Arthur Koestler, the 13th Tribe, when you read that book, because you know the so-called Jews, they were over there in Europe in the so-called ghettos. Now, when you read the book, it says that those ghettos were self-created. There's another term they use, but they were self-created. In other words, they set that whole thing up to try to fit the prophecies of the scriptures. Because in the book of Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, if anybody know where it's at, I'm going to try to get it right now. Deuteronomy 32 and Just bear with me 1 second.
No, you're right too, because a lot of them so-called Jews, they'll sit there, they even dress down, dress bummy, wear damn thrift shop clothing. Man, they look like a bunch of goddamn bums, but they do that on purpose too, because they want to try to show that they're going through the curses of Israel.
And the women shave their hair bald, and put on wigs to try to fulfill the prophecy in Isaiah where Isaiah 3:16 where the women would be bald. But the so-called black woman in this country, she's bald because the Most High cursed her by not having. That's why they wear them goddamn weaves, man. That's why them East Indian and them other nations are rich. They million billionaires off of the black woman in this country off of her hair. This is Deuteronomy 32:26. I said I will scatter them into corners. What's some corners? The ghettos. But the difference is that the so-called black men in this country and the other tribes, they didn't get into them corners on their own. They didn't get into the barrios and the ghettos on their own. They were put there. Now those ghettos in Europe and in Germany and all of those are self-imposed. They set that up. Why? Because they were trying to set up a sob story for them gutter rats to take the land of Israel, and set themselves up as a new people of the Lord, just like they did during the time of the Borgias, where they set themselves up as being the one the world ignorantly calls Christ and the Most High. So they did the same thing during the 40s, 1948. That they did going back to the 1500s with Caesar Borgia and Rodrigo Borgia.
And that whole thing about them going back to Israel, because at that time Israel was basically a desert. You had them different Arabs, Bedouins living out there, Palestinians and so forth. And I was listening to a video by Eustace. I put in Eustace Mullins, and basically he basically said that the guy that was the speaker, the main speaker, the narrator, he basically he was talking about the Jews coming to Israel and why did they set up Israel. And Eustace Mullins said that he said, why would you have a bunch of people that are living in Germany and different parts of Europe in these nice cities, why would they want to all of a sudden get up and go to a desert? That doesn't make sense. And I had to laugh at it, and I had to bring it back a couple of times because it doesn't make sense. It was an outpost to watch over them goddamn Arab nations, man. And it was the vision of the Rothschilds at that time, man. They didn't know what they were doing. They were told, look, you got to go to the land of Israel, man. All right, to so-called fulfill prophecy.
You got the book on it? You got it right there. It was a part of the Mazzini Pike plan, which is to start 3 wars, and the third war would be the controversy between Judaism and Islam. So that was really basically set up under that Mazzini Pike blueprint. And in the book Satan's Angels Exposed, Salem Kerben goes into it. He speaks about the First World War, the Second World War, and the Third World War, which goes back to the Mazzini Pike blueprint.
Right. And basically, when you go back, everything takes a process. So the so-called Rothschilds, they had their eyes on the land of Israel for a long time because they wanted to push this bullshit or this vision, that they were going to be the people of the Most High. So what they did was in the late 1800s,